boy, Nintendo just had their September Direct. If you're a fan of Mario and games like Fire Emblem and just general JRPGs, this might be up your alley. A lot of low-key releases, but a lot of big low-key releases, and then a lot of Mario stuff. Overall, pretty good Direct, so we'll get into it. Hello everyone, my name is TevhoBend. Welcome you all to the recap for the September 2025 Nintendo Direct, the Super Mario 40th Anniversary Nintendo Direct. There was a lot that happened here. Specifically, obviously, with Mario's anniversary, there was a lot of Mario announcements. But later towards, like, the way end of the Direct, there was genuinely a lot of interesting stuff announced. A lot of stuff I'm personally very interested in. Well, first of all, this is the first Nintendo Direct since the Switch 2 has been their primary console. So it's exciting seeing what games are coming out for the Switch 2. Granted, most of the games are also coming out for the Switch 1, which, hey, good on Nintendo for trying to sell both at once. I think it's genuinely a genius marketing strategy. I don't own a Switch 2 at the moment. I'm very interested in buying one. This is like the first time since like the PS4. Original Switch actually. I've been truly interested in getting a new console like around launch. Might probably get one with my tax refunds. Use my Subway income tax swag to get one. Regardless, the Switch 2 seems like a great console. And I'm glad that they're keeping up the momentum of the Switch 2, even if, you know, a lot of this isn't stuff that appeals to me, personally. Regardless, the Switch 2 seems like a great console. I'm personally excited to get one day, and I'm very excited for the future of Nintendo, especially with announcements like these. So, let's get into this. The first announcement of the September 2025 Nintendo Direct was not a video game announcement, but an announcement for a brand new Mario movie, a sequel to the Mario movie made by Illuminations, the Mario Galaxy movie. I remember seeing the first Mario movie in theaters. I think it was 2023. It was pretty good. I preferred Sonic 3, Sonic 2. I mean, I even preferred the FNAF movie. Not to say it was bad, I just don't really have a lot of interesting memories associated with it. But, I mean, I'm excited for it personally. Me and the channel friend Some Fox, my friend Owen, we tend to go to see all these Nintendo, all these Sega, all these video game movies when they come out, because they're just personally interesting. It's just a little thing we like to do. So I'm definitely going to see this when it comes out. Even if I don't like it, I'll probably overall enjoy the experience. It's a Mario movie, it's an Illumination movie, it's a kid's movie, so if you're not interested in Mario Movie 1, or you're one of those annoying nostalgia critic type people who are incapable of liking things, this isn't for you. However, if you just, you know, it's going to be a fun movie to watch in theaters, and I'm personally very excited for it. Why they're basing it off of Mario Galaxy, I have no fucking idea, given there's like, what, 20 years of history between them. But regardless, Mario Galaxy is a fan favorite. That's actually Owen's favorite Mario game, favorite game of all time. So I don't know. Hopefully the fan service is very deep, because I do remember there's a lot of interesting things in the first movie. Not really much else to say, I'm kind of hyped. Afterwards, they followed up the momentum of the Mario Galaxy movie with a Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 compilation. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were released on Nintendo Selects for $20 in 2012. They were also released on the eShop for $20 in like 2016, I think it was. Not only that, the first game was a part of the Mario All-Stars Anniversary Collection that came out in, I think it was 2020. So you also had that, and you know, each game there, the game was $60 and came to 3 other games. That means they were all 20. They're selling these games individually for $40. I'm not entertaining this. I fucking hate Nintendo. Ooh. Like, I'm not gonna go on a tirade because I don't fucking care. This is just Nintendo. This just happens in every one of these fucking videos. But like, why? Why are we charging $40 for games you can probably still buy for cheaper, physically? It's like, sure, the convenience of it being portable, but like, portability is not a selling point. That's a selling point of the console, not the game. Sure, it'll have up-res graphics, but it's not like PlayStation, so you're not getting like trophy support or anything. You're not getting like all these unique things. It is literally just Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Switch 2. I mean, if you have no other way to play the game, sure, fine enough buy. And for kids who don't really care about playing it on older systems, because I personally will probably play it on Switch too, because I'm a little bit of a hypocritical bitch, but regardless, it's like, it's absurd. Mario Galaxy 1, haven't played much of it. I really liked what I played of it, and Mario Galaxy 2, I have no experience with. I do like that Yoshi's in that game. Yoshi's my favorite Mario character. I'm interested in trying these one day. I'd rather get shot than pay $70 though, or $40 individually. Moving on. They then announced Mario Tennis Fever, which, you know what? I prefer Mario Golf, but honestly, a Mario sports game on modern consoles, shit, we'll take what we can get. Hopefully it's in line with like the tennis game from the N64. I do remember the one on Wii U was apparently really bad. God, that game's 10 years old. I've never played it. At the end of the day, it's a Mario Tennis game, even if it's bad. I mean, this is gonna have online tournaments, gonna have consistent updates, consistent updates. You can't see me with the fucking fingers. Regardless, it's a Mario Tennis game. I mean, if you're interested in that, there is no real Mario Party game on the console yet, so maybe it'll be a pickup over that. I mean, it's definitely more of a pickup over Mario Kart World, or whatever the name of the open world one is. Just play Sonic. Just play the Sonic racing game instead. Regardless, vaguely interested. If they don't have a Mario Kart or Mario Party game by the time I get my Switch 2, I might entertain it, but at that point, I might just buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Moving on. They then announced Mario Wonder for the Nintendo Switch 2 with a half-assed party mode. You know what? I just like what? Like, I can't. Like, what am I supposed to tell them, guys? What am I supposed to tell the audience? I don't know what to say. I truly do not know what to say. It is fucking infuriating because this is like the most 3 out of 10 announcements ever. And this is for Mario's 40th anniversary? I mean, the Fódlan game, the game that I'm talking about next, actually seems really cool. But that's like, 2 out of 5 is still a failing grade. Mario Bros. Wonder for Nintendo Switch 2. If you want to pay $70 for Mario Bros. Wonder, be my fucking guest, I guess. Probably come on a non-physical card, so you probably won't even get the game on the actual cartridge. At that point, just buy the original, bud. Though after whatever the fuck those announcements were, we have a very interesting looking Yoshi game, that being Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. It seems to be a 2.5D platformer, and has a really unique art style. It's very, I can't properly explain it because I don't know how to explain art styles. There will be gameplay on screen. It looks genuinely very unique and very like appealing. It's a Yoshi game. Yoshi doesn't have any bad platformers. Even the one that came out on Switch I heard was like Crafted World. I heard it was still pretty damn good. Like a solid 7 out of 10, even if most Yoshi games are 9 out of 10s, you know? Regardless, Yoshi's my favorite Mario character. I like the aesthetic of this game. I will always think that the best looking Nintendo game will always be Kirby's Epic Yarn, but this is high up there so far. I'm excited to see what type of gameplay, like, quirks they'll have when they announce more stuff for it, because I'm sure we'll get more news and such on it. I'm hoping it's something along the lines of Yoshi's Crafted World. Regardless, it's a Yoshi game, so it's going to be very good at the very least, and it's got a very pretty art style. So if you're personally interested in Yoshi platformers like me, I mean, shit, it's something worth paying attention to. I mean, I'm personally going to. I really like Yoshi games. Yoshi's really cool. I like Yoshi. To separately rate the Mario anniversary shit, wow, woof, that was bad. There's some things worth being excited for, you know, if you like being fucked by Nintendo. But, like, there's other things that were just, like, genuinely interesting, I guess. I mean, new Mario Galaxy movie that I said, I'm excited for that. Yoshi's Crafted World game, or Yoshi platformer with unique art style. Those are always good. Those are always pretty good. Though, as, like, an overall bundle, I mean, we got 3 ports, technically. Because, yeah, there's 4 games. Technically, 3 of the games are ports. There's an expanded version of a game that's just party mini-games. A game that came out less than half a decade ago. I think it was like 2 years ago? Like, what the fuck? We have a Mario Tennis game, which I want a new Mario Party. I want, like, something tangible. It's like a 3 out of 10 set of announcements. Because every single thing here required no effort except for the Mario movie and the Yoshi game, which granted enough are the most exciting things. But even then, a Yoshi game and a Mario movie can only take you so far for a game's 40th anniversary. Could be worse, I guess, but like, ooh, a really bad start to the Direct. I'm not gonna lie. Though afterwards, we get a very exciting announcement, that being the brand new Tomodachi Life game, called Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. It seems to be set on an island, which I know all Tomodachi Life games are, but specifically this one, it just seems to be more Tomodachi Life on the DS, or 3DS I meant to say. If you're personally interested in these type of games, this will be your bread and butter. I personally want to get this. I've always wanted to play Tomodachi Life. I know that specifically, offensive words, I should say, it's not incriminating myself, aren't like the 3DS emulators don't pick up on it, so I can make my Mii's say whatever fucking abhorrent garbage I want. So hopefully there's no censors here, but there is gonna be. But regardless, I can still have fun with this game. It's one of those things where it's like, I plan on getting it eventually. When I get a Switch 2, I'll probably buy the Switch 1 version because it's cheaper. It actually comes with a fucking cartridge. It seems like something I'd play every once in a while. It's just a little goofy fun. You make little Mii characters, you can put them in situations where they'll be in polyamorous relationships with, like, I can be in one with, like, Barack Obama, Liam Neeson, Boruto, and date Sabrina Carpenter. Ew, I'd rather be shot than date Sabrina Carpenter. Where was I going with this again? Oh yeah, so Tomodachi Life, quick little goof around game, put it on for 10 minutes, let your Miis do whatever the fuck they want, put it away. Something I'm very interested in, something I definitely want to pick up. I'll definitely be picking it up on the Switch 1 when it comes out, because fuck the game key card system. I don't even want to get into that. Day one pickup? Potentially. If I have a Switch 2 by then, potentially a day one pickup. You got me there, Nintendo. Something I actually want to pick up day one. And afterwards, they announced the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which I'd like a compilation of like 9 and 10 and 11. Not 1 sucks. I would like a compilation of those games over the classics, because I haven't played them, nor do I'm not really interested actually, because motion inputs are just fucking awful in that game. Regardless, compilation of the first few Mortal Kombat games. That's really interesting. They're gonna have art galleries and everything. It seems like a genuine tribute to Mortal Kombat, which is nice, because a lot of people tend to forget Mortal Kombat has a legacy beyond being the game that made the ESRB. I don't know, it's not as good as Street Fighter, not as good as Guilty Gear. Nothing's as good as Guilty Gear. But regardless, cool little collection. If it's like $40, $50, I'll pick it up on PlayStation, because fuck knows I'm not buying this on Switch. Something I will be picking up on Switch though is the Final Fantasy VII Integrated Remake. It's also coming out towards Xbox, so if you guys have an Xbox, I mean shit, pick it up on there. It might be on Game Pass eventually. Regardless, Final Fantasy VII Remake is an incredible game. It's one of my favorites of all time. Probably a top 3 Final Fantasy game, because I really don't like the turn-based ones. Action is on point, gameplay is on point, narrative is fun, everything about that game is great, and it's one of those games that I truly think works better in the context of a handheld console. Part of the reason I'm so excited to play Persona 3 Reload on the Nintendo Switch 2, because those games just work better for handhelds. If you are vaguely interested in Final Fantasy VII Remake and you haven't played it on PlayStation 5 yet, or PC, is it on PC? Actually, don't know. If you haven't played it on PlayStation 5 yet, I do highly suggest the Switch version. Sure, it's probably not going to be the best looking version, but it's a portable version. Plus, like, I mean, shit, Square Enix really does a good job on their ports, because they develop for the Switch primarily a lot. Regardless, seems like a great experience. It's not a day one pickup. When I eventually play Integrate, I'm going to be playing it on Switch too. So yeah, great overall game. Some smaller news got announced, like Hades 2, which we already knew was coming to the Switch 2, but I think it comes out early on Switch 2. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it comes out early on Switch 1 and 2. As well as Kirby Air Ride amiibos, which, I mean, they're amiibos. I'm not really too excited. These are two things I thought I would bring up, though, because I know people love Hades and love Kirby and love amiibos. I mean, I'm not personally really into any of these. I really like the little Waddle Dee amiibo. If you're interested, you're interested. So that's your little relay of information. Something that I'm not personally too excited for, but will definitely eventually try, is the brand new Hyrule Warriors game, The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. It takes place during the events of Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. It has mechanics from Tears of the Kingdom. I like Dynasty Warrior games. The Senran Kagura games are some of my favorites out there. I just love beat 'em ups. Granted, these have more layers of complexity that make them not as fun as the Senran Kagura games. But regardless, I mean, shit, it's a Dynasty Warriors game. It's a sequel to Tears of the Kingdom. It's gonna be a good game. If you guys have liked any sort of like Legend of Zelda or Fire Emblem or Nintendo related crossover with Dynasty Warriors, this is gonna be up your alley. Probably releasing at $60-$70, which I'd say is definitely a good price for it. Overall, seems like a good purchase. One I'm not gonna make day one, but definitely one I will definitely, buy one day. Definitely. I definitely want to, and I said definitely 5 times. Let's play Guess the Obscene Nintendo Price. So Nintendo are releasing Nintendo Switch Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics, where you can play Virtual Boy, and you can't play it on the original hardware without an accessory. I want you to guess how much that accessory cost at the bare minimum. Is it 10, 25, 50, or 100? If your choice was 25, you're technically wrong, because you'll get a very shitty version of the $100 version, which is what will basically be required to play these games. Oh my fucking god, I hope one of these people gets shot. It's novel, that's for sure, but it's Nintendo Switch Virtual Boy. What do you want me to say? Cute idea, but like done in the most esoteric way Nintendo can only do. They announced games like One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, Stardew Valley, as well as Metroid Prime 4 are all getting Switch 2 releases, which are really cool. I don't see a purpose in buying a game like fucking Overcooked or Stardew Valley on Switch 2, but you can if you want. Stardew Valley will specifically have 4-player split screen, so No other version has that. Specifically Metroid Prime 4, I mean, I won't buy the Switch 2 version because it doesn't come on the fucking cartridge, but if you personally are interested in a higher performing version, I mean, shit, $10 more, I think that's definitely, I won't say definitely, because, you know, not everyone is interested in the Switch 2 versions of these games. Regardless, Switch 2 versions are coming out. That is something worth talking about, and I do think it's very important because they are actively putting effort into having Switch 2 versions, even if you're not getting the game on the fucking cartridge, which I cannot express how much that pisses me off. Holy fucking shit, Nintendo. Go eat bricks. After that, we got an announcement for Pokemon Pokopia, a Pokemon crafting game that you play as a Ditto. Honestly, I think this is one of the cutest ideas I've seen for a crafting game, because you play as a Ditto, meaning you can be friends with Pokemon and talk to them, but you're also Ditto, so you can transform into shit. Like, that's genuinely a really cute and clever way to do a crafting game for Pokemon. Out of every single game in this Direct announced, besides what I'm going to talk about after, this is definitely the one I'm personally most interested in. It's probably one of the most unique ideas the Pokemon company's had in God knows how long. Because it's a simple crafting game, but my problem with crafting games is I have no motivation to play them because I either don't like the characters in the game, or it just doesn't fit the idea of a crafting game. It's either too crafty or too little crafty, if that makes sense. This seems to be perfect because it strikes the balance between, you know, what I like about Pokemon and what I like about crafting games. And honestly, if this is just a cute, cozy comfort game I can play on my Switch 2, you know, whenever I'm bored, I mean, shit, this is not a day one pickup. No Pokemon game is in my head anymore. But regardless, this is probably more interesting to me than fucking ZA. Like, it seems really cool. I like this idea. I want to see where they go with this, and I want to see how the game turns out. So, day one pickup? No, but definitely a pickup. Chat, I want you to know that never before in my entire fucking life did I think I'd be talking about a brand new Danganronpa game in one of these videos, but somehow the odds have been beat. We have Danganronpa 2x2, a sequel and a sort of remake to Danganronpa 2, which fucking 15-year-old me, dude, 15-year-old me is screaming. I absolutely adore Danganronpa 2. Granted, I haven't played it since I was 15, but this is a reason to replay it, because it's definitely coming out on PlayStation as well, so I'm going to be playing it probably on there. And the thing with Danganronpa is it seems to be, like, everyone thinks it's a character-driven game, but it's really not. It is more of a game that focuses on survival of teenagers and what lengths they're going to go to ensure that they will survive. There's a lot of interesting characters in Danganronpa 2. Sure, there's a lot of characters that have absolutely no fucking purpose besides to die. They spoiled Danganronpa 2 for everyone. Whoops. Regardless, I like the actual, like, narrative of Danganronpa 2. I like how it progresses. I like the character arcs of characters like Fuyuhiko and Chiaki and Pekoyama and Komaeda. Like, all these characters, and, like, the twist at the end, the actual like settings of the games, like the trials are fun. Shit, I haven't played this game in literally 8 years, but I'm going to replay this, and when I do replay it, expect a review on my backlog. Because, shameless plug right now, I do video game and music reviews on Backlog to rate your music. My voice cracked. If you guys are interested in any video game reviews, go check out my backlog. It'll be linked in the description below. Zedging, my editor, can put it on screen or something, I don't fucking know. Regardless, this is day one pickup. Like, this, like, more so than any game I've seen at all this year, this is day one pickup. Very excited and anticipating how my revisit of Danganronpa 2 will be. Will I enjoy it as much? Probably not, but I'll still probably enjoy it. And to follow up on the Hyrule Warriors announcement, we also have a brand new Dynasty Warriors announcement. Look at that, 3 Koei Tecmo games in this video. Dynasty Warriors Origins? I mean, if you like Dynasty Warriors, this is probably something exciting. I don't like Dynasty Warriors aesthetic, so I'm probably gonna get Hyrule Warriors instead. You know, unless they announce a new Senran Kagura game. But that's a wet dream. Get it? Regardless, every Dynasty Warriors game is the same. Every Dynasty Warriors game is at least very good. If you're interested, check it out. Personally, I'm going to get Hyrule Warriors instead. It's Dynasty Warriors. Be excited if you're excited. A low-key announcement I'm personally very excited for is Monster Hunter Stories 3. I've not played the second one yet, but I specifically pre-ordered the first Monster Hunter Stories. It's one of the most, like, engaging and cute, like, children's RPGs I've ever played. The actual gameplay of collecting monsters and how you breed them, as well as the general overworld exploration, is just some of the most addictive I've seen in gaming. Its narrative I could give two fucks about, but the actual combat, too, is rock, paper, scissors at its finest. I'd say it's done better than modern Pokemon. It's one of those things where it's just like, It's a children's game through and through, but it's a really good children's game. And if you are excited to play like a children's game, like RPG, then sure, this is one to check out. I personally really like the first one. I'm really excited to finally play 2 and 3, because 3 just got announced, like I said, and shit, I'm personally excited. Hopefully this comes out on PlayStation, because God knows I'm capable of playing something on a Nintendo console. Anyways, day 1 pickup? Probably, in all honesty, yeah. The penultimate announcement of this video is they are reporting Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and Resident Evil 9 to Nintendo Switch 2, which is big because I remember when these games came out through like Nintendo Switch cloud streaming, at least 7 and 8 did. So to have these games finally actually playable on Switch is really fucking cool. I'm personally really excited to see how these games play. Honestly, if I am going to play Resident Evil 8 or 9, I'm gonna play on Switch 2 because, you know, mouse controls and shit like that, like for a Nintendo Switch shooter. I mean, regardless, if you are interested in Resident Evil at all, this is definitely worth checking out. And if you're someone who hasn't played these games like me, I mean, shit, this might be the way you actually play them, because that's probably how I'm going to play them. Regardless, not a day 1 pickup, but definitely a heavy consideration for when I do get a Switch 2. Though to transition from a horror game to a Nintendo fan favorite, they finally announced a brand new Fire Emblem game, the first one to come out on Switch 2. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I don't really like Fire Emblem. I'm not really the type of guy to comment on these games. I don't really like them. I don't like the aesthetic of this one, but at the end of the day, a Fire Emblem game is a Fire Emblem game. This is another Fire Emblem game for you to play if you are interested in Fire Emblem, which honestly perfectly describes, you know, this Nintendo Direct in a nutshell, because a lot of these games are just games to play. There's a lot of interesting announcements here, like Danganronpa 2x2, Monster Hunter Stories 3, as well as a bunch of Nintendo Switch 1 ports being put on Switch 2. But regardless, it's just like, a lot of this shit is just shit that's worth playing. Granted, what's great here is pretty good, and there, even though the Mario portion was like lackluster, I do think this was an overall positive Direct. I did like a lot of what was announced here, and hyping me into the Switch 2 generation. I mean, shit, this is a very low-key set of announcements, but it's definitely something that has my eye on Switch 2. Made me a lot more interested in the Switch 2, which I was already pretty damn interested in. I say this in every Nintendo Direct video. I want to watch Nintendo succeed. I just don't want to watch them do bullshit like half the fucking Mario announcements in this Direct. Oh my fucking lord. But as an overall announcement, as an overall set of announcements, there's some really good shit here, and, you know, going into the Switch 2 generation, I mean, this is a good way to kick it off. Not the best way, but there's a lot of stuff to sink your teeth into, and I'm sure with next January's Direct, we'll have a lot more of the games that we'll typically see in Nintendo Directs, because it's obviously a slow year right now. It's the slow end to the year, because the Switch 2 just came out. Regardless, pretty good Direct. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, which might seem shocking given how much I fucking dogged on the Mario announcements. Regardless, overall good experience. I did like this Nintendo Direct. There are games that are no question buys when I get a Switch 2, like Final Fantasy VII Integrate, Danganronpa 2, Pokemon Pokopia, a bunch of shit, as well as games I'm probably going to play on different consoles. So overall, good experience. I like this Direct, and you know what? Even if it wasn't the most bombastic Direct, I mean, shit, it was better than their last few, am I right? Regardless, those were my thoughts on the September 2025 Nintendo Direct. I'm personally very excited for this stuff. Are you guys excited for any of these games coming out? Is there anything that particularly interests you, like any of the RPGs or mini Mario games that got announced? Are you personally not a fan of Mario or JRPGs and just hate everything Nintendo? Are you here to leave a dislike? Well, no matter what you're here for, why not like, comment, no one can favorite, and please subscribe to my YouTube shizzle. It is free, and you can unsubscribe whenever you'd like if you don't like my content. This has been TevhoBend. I will see you guys later. Thank you for staying patient for another one of these videos to come out. Appreciate y'all. Take care, everyone. Also, quick shout out to my editor, Zejin. She made this video possible, so go promote yourself on screen, Zejin. Take care, everyone.